What is up, party people? Jen here, and I am about to share with you another great video on how you can get extra nutrient-dense food into you and your kids' diet with little to no effort or fight from your children. If we haven't met, I'm Jen Rivas, health coach, holistic nutritionist, personally on a mission to help you eat better, cook less, and raise healthy kids. Now it is back to school time here for us. My two older ones are in school, and I know that it's busy as usual again. So by the end of the day, I want to make sure they are ending their day with a nutrient-dense meal that I can feel good about and that they are going to love. In today's recipe, I am going to show you a trick on how you can add an extra 3+ cups of nutrient-dense vegetables into a meal that they probably already love without them even knowing, and certainly without a fight. If you like this, make sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe, but more importantly, you gotta hit the notification bell, because if you're not seeing it, then you're not trying it. I believe in building on what you're already doing, getting you those small wins that will snowball into bigger wins, which will eventually help you hit your goals. My ideas are simple, practical, and very realistic for our day-to-day lives. I know we're all busy. I know that we want to raise healthy kids, and I know that we want to do it without a fight and without the stress and overwhelm. So without further ado, let's get into this next tip and strategy on how I load up my kids' pasta with super nutrient-dense marinara sauce that you might already be buying at the store. So after raiding my fridge, I realized I had a couple cups probably of cherry tomatoes that were about to go bad. You can see they're starting to shrivel. I had some zucchini, some coleslaw mix, and about a half of a red onion. So I grabbed what I had left of this fire roasted marinara sauce I got at the store. I had about 1.5 jars left. So I am going to whip up a marinara sauce that has like quadrupled the amount of nutrition as it would if I were just to use the regular sauce. So I went ahead in a big stock pot and added a few tablespoons of olive oil, and then I just roughly chopped the zucchini and onions, threw that in there along with maybe 2 to 3 handfuls of my coleslaw mix, and then the rest of those tomatoes. Honestly, guys, I would say there's roughly about 3+ cups of veggies here. So I just sauteed these down over medium to high heat until they started to wilt a little bit. You can see, and then I added some salt. That was going to extract a little bit more liquid from the vegetables and just get them to break down a little bit more. So I just kind of stirred it frequently and gave it a few more minutes. And then eventually what happens is the tomatoes start to burst, as you can see here, and they're just broken down a little bit more. So this is the perfect time to add in my sauce. So I'm going to go ahead and add in both of, about 1.5 jars of sauce. And I like to get everything out of the jar, so I usually will add a little bit more liquid, some water to it, shake it up, and then add that remaining. Here's the other half of the jar, and then again I add a little liquid to it and make sure I get out all of the tomato sauce that was in there. From here, I'm just going to give it a really good stir. I'm not going to season it anymore. The jarred sauce that you'll get at the store is obviously seasoned. I do recommend you watch the sodium level in it. But you can always, salt and pepper a little bit later to taste if it's not quite where you want it. So I just reduced the heat to about a low medium and let it simmer. You can see it's lightly bubbling, but it's not boiling over. Now, if you don't have one of these handy dandy gadgets, this is called an immersion blender, and it works so great in instances like this. But you can obviously spoon the mixture into a food processor or into a blender. It just takes a little bit more work on your part. That's why I suggest if you have one of these, or if you're willing to make a little bit investment, these really come in handy. So I pureed this down probably for about 45 seconds until you can see right here, like there's no remains of these vegetables. The kids have no idea that they're about to eat, 3+ cups more veggies than what was initially in their tomato sauce. And then from here, I just add in some meatballs that I had pre-made and froze that were thawing. I'm going to put them into the hot sauce and let them simmer just for a few minutes while I get my spaghetti ready to go. And there you go. I just topped it with a healthy portion of the sauce as well as a couple meatballs. My kids wanted macaroni, so we made macaroni and spaghetti separately. I'm topping mine with a little bit of what I call a nutty Parmesan. It's actually dairy-free. It uses cashews and some other spices. I'll make sure to add that recipe in the description below as well. This stuff is fantastic if you're looking for a non-dairy substitute to like Parmesan cheese. But this was so delicious, you guys. And again, I actually think this sauce tastes way better than the jarred sauce because you have a lot of the roasted vegetable flavor, you know, from those extra veggies broken down in there, and just gives it more of a depth of flavor. I think it was delicious. My kids, as you can see, absolutely devoured it. There was really nothing left in their bowls. So I hope you guys found this helpful. I hope you give it a try with some extra veggies you've got in your fridge. Let me know in the comments below how it worked for you and your family. And as always, don't forget to like, subscribe, make sure to hit the notification bell. I come out with new videos every week with more tips, tricks, and great recipe ideas that are simple, healthy, and will help you raise healthy kids. Have a great day.
I didn't know all those vegetables were on there.
They were, and you loved it, huh?
Uh-huh.